What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Otaku Brothers podcast. This is episode 159. Wow. Anyways, I feel like every episode we're like, wow, we're just getting up there.
We are,
so
man.
we won't say that this time. But welcome back. As always, my name is Ben, joined by my lovely co-host Joseph.
What's up? What's up?
I feel like today's episode is going to be filled with a lot of things as Anime Japan was over the weekend. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in the community. And a lot of our shows are ending, so we get to kind of talk about them all and share our final thoughts and such.
It's really sad, Ben. It's really sad because this has been such a good season, and I think like
very good.
3 or 4 of the shows we are watching the season wrapped up today. So it's very sad to say goodbye to a lot of them, especially shows like Frieren, which we'll get to the news, but just to spoil it a little bit, it's not going to be coming back till October of 2027, bro. It's like almost a year and a half away. It's crazy.
It's disgusting.
It's so upsetting and heartbreaking. But we'll get some more on that later. But yeah, it's awesome. But thank you guys once again for all the love and support, watching the channel, hitting that like and subscribe button. It means the world. But yeah, Ben, before we get into everything, because there is a lot of anime news. Like you said, a lot of our shows are ending. How have you been, man? How have things been? We're about to see each other, man. We're about to see each other soon.
Crazy. I feel like I get the chance to go down to Texas a lot more than I was expecting. So it's nice. But
yeah.
But everything's been good. Work's been good. I'm officially a year older than I was the last time we did this episode. So it doesn't feel any different. But that was fun. Yeah, I haven't really been doing much else.
It's fair. That's so fair. But yeah, no, that's totally fair. But yeah, we're gonna see each other. It'll be good. We get to celebrate things like that. It's gonna be awesome, possum. So yeah, dude, I'm very much looking forward to it and excited. But Project Hail Mary also came out.
Yes, it's good. You saw it. You finally saw it.
I did. That was fun. It was very much enjoyable, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was very cool. I actually haven't seen like The Martian, which I know that he also.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm not a big Matt Damon fan, Ben.
You don't like Matt Damon?
Yeah.
He was pretty good in that movie.
I know. From what I've heard.
What other movies is he in?
Oh,
he's in Interstellar too. I forget.
That's right. Yeah, I do forget that. He is.
I always get those two roles mixed up.
Yeah, 2 very big space movies. But yeah, it was cool. Really liked it. It wasn't what I was expecting because our buddy Ryan told me not to watch the trailers going into it, so I stayed away from it, luckily. And it was good. It was awesome. So I had a great time with it, Ben. It was fun. I didn't know how. I don't know. It was a little silly. There were some jokes that didn't land all the time for me, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. I really liked it.
What joke didn't land for you?
There was like bits, like you could tell, like the cutaway gags, especially, like where he'd be like I don't know. This isn't like something that happens in the movie, but like an example of like he's like, like that trope of like I'm not gonna do something, or like I can't believe it, and then like the next thing cuts to them doing that thing or something like that. Stuff like those kind of bits. I feel like happened in the movie a little bit, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my theater was just kind of mid, but the jokes didn't.
My theater was great.
That's good. That's good. But Ryan Gosling, I just want to say, killed it, dude. He's a gem, and
yeah. A fun fact is that in the scenes, I guess spoilers for Project Hail Mary if you haven't seen it, but in the scene where Rocky tells Grace that he can give him the astrophage to go back home, and he starts crying. He was actually listening to his daughters recite those lines, so he could like get emotional.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but he did great. It was a great performance. And Rocky, the voice of Rocky
Hmm.
actually just ended up being the guy who was like moving him on set
Whoa, that's so cool.
because like they were like practicing reading the lines, and Ryan Gosling said that um they like got along really well and were able to like deliver those lines in a way that they didn't
Hmm.
expect to, so they just went with that guy. I thought that was funny.
No, that's so cool. I saw a little bit of behind the scenes. I think it was actually because you liked it on Instagram. Um, a like just behind the scenes of like how they made the movie and did everything, and it's really cool. It was really cool. I really liked the how they did the subplot of Earth, um, because I thought it was really cool. Like it felt like very surreal and dreamlike. All the scenes where he was on Earth, which I
Hmm.
thought was pretty cool, contrasted with how it was where he's on the spaceship. It definitely felt like, especially because his memories were slowly coming back to him and he was trying to remember everything. And then at the end, when we get the big reveal about, I guess spoilers again for the movie, that he was forced to go up there when he didn't want to, was just really cool and a nice reveal at the end. Because I was like thinking the whole time, I was like, wow, this guy is such like a coward. I wonder what's going to be the thing that gets him to go. And funny enough, it wasn't. He didn't choose to go. So I thought that
Yeah,
was really
I
well
thought that was
executed.
a
Hmm.
good decision.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, that was good. Besides that, I had a so busy this week. Finished some midterms with
Yeah.
school, and then got to celebrate a little bit with some friends this weekend. So that was nice. But also, I did get to catch up, Ben. I told you I read volume 27 of JJK. So
Yes.
I know we're gonna talk about the final episode of JJK. So, but spoilers right now for the end, like not the ending of JJK, but like towards the ending of JJK, because I have some questions for you, Ben, that I've been saving in like just wanting to talk about and get off my chest because I'm like, what is actually going on in this manga? So
We could talk about it.
yeah, because so yeah,
I don't.
we're getting straight into the anime talk, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I read volume 27 of JJK, and the whole episode is about, or the whole volume, sorry, not episode, is Takaba. Well, I guess it starts off right where the last episode left off with Sukuna fighting. I forget the lightning guy's name. I forget his name. God,
Hashimo.
Kishimo and Hishimo, and he. So they start fighting. That gets set up, and then that whole fight ends with Itadori and the lawyer they came up with a plan to get Sukuna on trial for his crimes in Shibuya so that the lawyer could get the executioner sword to, because I don't think I have like, how is this going to work? But so that gets set up. We don't see how it ends, but the fight is about to start, I believe, with that whole bit. And then we jump to the events of what's going on with Kenjaku, who's controlling Geto's body, for those of y'all who don't
Yeah.
recall. And they are, and then Kenjaku's there, and then the dude from the Culling games that fought Megumi shows up with Reggie. The other side dude with the overalls, he shows up and
Yeah.
is there to fight him, and then loses. And then Takaba ends up showing up, and dude, it was I just don't know how to feel about it, Ben. It was so goofy to the point where it like was, I don't know if I'd say it was funny
So
goofy or good goofy.
did that conflict resolve in that chapter?
Yes, it ends. And then it ends
Okay.
with, to skip all the stupid, not the funny stupid bits that happen with Sakaba and Geto, or I guess Kenjaku, which is it's just absurdity. Like
It was.
we get Takaba's backstory more, and they do a bit where they're like both comics on stage, just
Yeah.
trying to figure out what makes somebody laugh, and it was interesting. And then it ends with Yuta Okutsu showing up and cutting the head off of Kenshaku, and that's where it ends. And then if
But
that
he couldn't
is
even do it
how,
himself. He needed someone else to
yeah,
distract him, you know?
yeah.
It's a problem.
So
I'll get into Yuta hate later, but
yeah,
yeah, that
so
was a interesting conflict to watch unfold
if
when
that,
leaks were a thing.
so there were
Like
leaks for
every
that. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine.
like every week I would
Mhm.
wake up and check Twitter and I'd see the leaks, and it's like, what is happening?
What was the community's thought at the time when that was going down? I'm very
Everyone's
curious.
like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what is this? And then Yuta came and killed Kenjaku, and everyone's like, are you serious? Like that's how
Kenjaku ends.
like Kenjaku's supposed to be like the like one of the big bads, and
Hmm.
that's how it ends. Everyone,
Especially, I really hated his motive. I think he was such a. I don't. Dude, JJK is such a. I have such a bipolar feeling because at the same time, I've been loving the anime adaptation. It's been amazing. The fights have been some of the best fights in anime history, I'd say. But then the story is just
story's not good.
it's not that good. It's on, but like I will say, Demon Slayer. As much as we give it hate, I don't want to say hate because we don't hate it, but as much as we, I don't know, we're saying like obviously it's better because of the animation, how good the animation is. The story is pretty solid. I think it's cool.
I
Like
think no,
it's a good
I think
story.
Demon Slayer is a better story.
Yeah, and then with
There's a
JJ,
little bit more depth, I feel,
and then with
because
JJK, like all of Kenjaku's motive is he's just like I'm bored, and I'm like really, dude.
yeah, like this guy's been doing this for thousands of years, and
Like
it comes down to he's bored, and then he gets satisfied by playing with a comedian for a couple hours. Like that makes no
and
sense.
then he is like yeah, like it's just so much planning for you to just say you were bored, like manipulating Itadori's like existence just like for all
Yeah.
of this. I'm like no way you thought this much out because you were bored. And then I don't know, it's just such a weak motive. What were people's thoughts when Gojo died too? Because I feel like we also didn't
Oh,
really get a
that was
chance to mourn the that
so.
whole.
It was crazy because whenever the chapter before Gojo died came out,
Mhm.
um, it was like it ended on the panel of like him doing the hollow purple, and it's like that means Gojo won, and that's where it ended. And so after that, there was a 2 week break, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, it's over! It's awesome!" And then I remember watching this one video, and the description was, "Watch Gojo get hoed in like 2 weeks." I don't know how, but it's gonna happen. And I I was like, oh, I went back to that video just to like see it again. I was like, he called it. And then there was this guy that he would go live and he'd read through the panels because he could like translate roughly. So he'd read through them, and so we see the flashback, or like I don't even know what it was, like them in the afterlife, like Gojo and Geto and Nanami and the other guy.
Mhm.
But we see that, and it just cuts. It just cuts to Gojo like dead, and everyone's just like, "What?" Like the response was so insane. Like no one could actually believe that just happened,
Man.
and everyone's like, "I cannot believe they just like cut him in half." Like seeing him in two pieces was the craziest part. And then it just gets worse because it's explained that Sukuna made a binding vow, like some bullshit binding vow to be able to do that. And everyone's like, that's the biggest ass pull I've ever seen. And so
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
gonna
think anyone's
say
really like content with that still.
I still don't really understand the logic of how it worked, but it
The
was
logic is that he wasn't the whole time he was trying to cut Gojo, he was trying to cut through infinity,
yeah,
but
which should be theoretically
he
impossible.
yeah, and so he adapted and like made a binding vow to cut the world. So he's targeting the worlds, and Gojo was just like in front of
Oh,
it. Which I still don't understand how that works, but I guess it
huh.
kind of
I
makes
guess that
sense.
kind of makes sense. Yeah,
I don't get
yeah.
how.
Because if your
Well,
goal
I
is to
guess
cut through the,
because
yeah, you have to go through it. But even then, infinity, I don't think that, like, I don't. That's yeah, it's weird, huh? Interesting, but But
Yeah,
yeah, so then that happens, and then Sukuna immediately gets put on trial, which this is one of the few times where I wish I was reading JGK before when it was happening, because this sounds so fun. I can just only
it's it
imagine the
it
in the
was such a
time.
fun experience.
Hmm.
Just it's something like I don't even know how to compare it to anything.
Well, yeah.
It was fun.
So that happened. We got some. Yeah. So I'm finished volume 27 with it ends with Kenjaku getting killed. So we'll see what happens from there. I don't know how it's gonna end. I mean, I guess the only big obstacle is Sukuna now. So that's really, I guess, what we're gonna solve. And I think there's what, 3 volumes left, 3 or 4 volumes. So yeah, I'm very curious
It's
to see what happens.
funny. You're gonna have a laugh, I feel.
Oh no. Do you know what volume it is for the laugh out? Is it the next one? Is it 28? Or is it?
It's throughout all three. It's
Oh,
really just goes downhill.
okay. Great. So yeah, stay tuned for that, for my reaction to that. That should be fun. But yeah, we can jump around to some other anime news, if that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, staying on the topic of JJK, we are going to talk about it in a little bit, but the final episode of part 1 of the Culling Games ended this week, and we got confirmation already, obviously, for part 2 of the Culling Games, but no, I don't think we got any confirmation on the date, but just that it is happening.
Yeah.
So excited to see part 2, because hopefully that should show off like the Hikari's fight, and then some setup. Is it going to be up to like this, what we're seeing, like in what? Because I'm trying to think what else happens that I'm forgetting. What other fights
What do
there
you
are
mean?
after Hikari's that need to get
There's
before we get to like the Gojo stuff?
I don't know.
He still needs to
I
talk
never
to like the
really
whole scene.
officially read through the Culling games,
Oh,
so
fair. But yeah, I think Hikari's fight, and then I know they got to meet Angel and go through all that stuff. Oh, they got to help her out. I think there's another fight in there with her helping her out. So yeah, I don't know. We're getting close to though to all this Gojo stuff, which should be fun to see him again
yeah.
for the short time. I really hope. It really seems like he looks a lot different in the manga, especially in
Yeah.
those like final chapters. So hopefully, I don't know if they're gonna adapt to that, but yeah, it should be
I
cool.
think so. I think
Hmm.
there's some um they never really explained it, but it has to do with like the prison realm
Mm.
and how like time is supposedly different in there.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
I think he aged and was working out
Yeah, because he
quite
definitely
a bit.
looked like a Chad whenever he came out, being a
Yeah.
Chad. I liked it though. I know you were saying you weren't a big fan of the Volume 26 cover, but I really like it.
Hey, he just looks
He
like
does look,
really old or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
no, he does look really different, but I kind of like the art style. But yeah, so yeah, that's the JGK announcement. Some other funny stuff we have is that for the 2 Tokyo Revengers fans, it's getting a new season 4. Um, and then the
People say
last, oh,
actually I'll wait till we talk about Chainsaw Man.
okay, yeah, I didn't even have that in my notes for some reason. Yes, we got to talk about that. But then the last bit of news before we get to the big thing of today's episode is that Steel Ball Run got a trailer for episode or part 2, stage 2 of the
Stage
race.
2.
Super excited. Unfortunately, it is going to be a batch release. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. But I will say the animation looks so good, and people are already really
It
happy about the
does.
images they've shown of Gojo, or not Gojo, Gyro
Gojo.
and Jojo, Johnny, because
It does look like
they look better. Yes,
they tweaked some
they
stuff.
do. They have necks now, which is really
They do.
awesome. They have necks, and it looks so good. So you know what? I'm very excited. This is where this second stage is very important. It sets up the main story and focus, which is really refreshing because in parts like 4, 5, like we didn't really know what the end goal was, but we kind of figure it out
Yeah.
pretty quickly in the second stage, which is awesome. And it gets you really excited and pumped. And then we get to see some stands finally. The first few stand fights come in, which is going to be great. And then we get some more introductions to the bad guys. So it'll be fun. I don't want to spoil too much because Ben hasn't read it. So I'm very excited to get that raw, authentic reaction. But it's going to be good, man. But we just don't have any confirmation on a date. I'm really hoping it's like fall, man. Or maybe they bless us with like a July, but I don't think so because I would be probably.
Maybe July seems reasonable.
I hope
That's
so.
really far still, but someone was
It's so
saying it would be
far.
great. It would be kind of cool if it was bi-weekly with 40-minute episodes,
Ah, that would be
but
cool.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's a decent amount of episodes that release though for the batch. So yeah, that'll be great. So yeah, that's Steel Ball Run. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see more of it because this last episode was so good, so amazing. Um, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into the big topic for today. If you guys have been living under a rock, Chainsaw Man has ended. We talked about that it was going to be ending last episode, but today, or not today, sorry, but Tuesday it officially ended, and it's definitely been getting a lot of mixed reactions, to say the least. Rightfully so, because especially because Tatsuki Fujimoto he has a track record of having nothing but hits. I mean, Goodbye Eri, Look Back are some incredible one shots that are amazing. Fire Punch has a really good ending that people love so much. His one shots are all great, contain stories. And so Chainsaw Man, especially with how part one ended, people were very, very excited to see where part two goes. A lot of people were loving Asa, Mitaka, the devils that were introduced, and the concept of Chainsaw Man and this prophecy of Nosferatu, or not Nosferatu, Nostradamus. Sorry. So people were very excited for it, man. And me personally, being a huge Chainsaw Man fan, huge Tatsuki Fujimoto fan, I was really excited for it, Ben. And to say the least, it was different. It was different than what a lot of people were anticipating and expecting. And there was a lot of uproar. A lot of memes came out of this week's episode or chapter. And
Oh,
yeah,
understatement.
I definitely think I eventually want to make a whole video talking about the chapter and the ending because this is a series that means a lot to me. And I definitely think it deserves a reread, especially with how we've talked before on the podcast that the weekly chapters of Chainsaw Man were kind of underwhelming. But when you go back
Yeah.
and read it all in a collective volume, it reads so much better. So I haven't done that yet, so I need to go do that. But I think then when I have done that, I'll have a better full picture and more comprehensive thoughts on the whole story overall. Because yeah, man, it was I I liked the vision, but I think the execution was pretty poor. I First of all, I will say a lot. So basically, spoilers for the ending of Chainsaw Man. The way it ends is Denji ends up talking with Pochita, and Pochita's like, you know what, you've been going through this like same torture for so long. It's been bad for you, and you know what? The only way for us to end this like conflict with the War Devil is for me to just disappear and for you to go back to living your. He's like, you shouldn't have dreamed in the first place. It was not bringing you nothing but suffering. You seemed much happier when you were just alone, starving, which is very sad and
Yeah.
in some ways kind of right. And so the Chainsaw Devil ends up swallowing himself, and people forget Chainsaw Man basically. So that's how it ends. But a lot of people, I want to get this misconception out of the way right now because this is just not true. Is that a lot of people are saying that, oh, the whole story doesn't matter, which I'm just like, what are we doing? Because for those of you who don't know,
I saw that.
the way that the chainsaw devil has a very specific power that whenever it eats something, it just removes that from existence. So like it gives us plenty of examples of him doing this. For example, he eats like the mouth devil, and then they all still go on existing, but they just forget
Mouth.
what mouths are, and so they just don't have mouths.
Why
So
is there a mouth devil?
yeah, I don't know. And then there's another example where the chainsaw devil ate nuclear bombs and weapons, and the world forgot what nuclear weapons were. And so it didn't reset a timeline or reset history. It just life keeps moving on and progressing, but it just removes that factor away from it. So
Hmm.
it's not as though it's resetting time or going back and forth, but what I like to think of it as, and how I've kind of been perceiving it, as sort of a very similar ending to how Stone Ocean ends, which I don't know, Ben, I know
Mm,
you haven't watched it,
I
but
know
if
how
you
it
know,
ends.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Where it's like at the end of Stone Ocean, spoilers for part 6 of JoJo's, Poochie wins. He kills everybody. He kills Jolene, he kills Jotaro, Anasui, all of the main cast. And then, well, I guess he doesn't technically kill. They're right on like the brink of death. But then, right as he's about to, end everything, Emporio like kind of just alters the timeline a little bit and changes it to where things exist differently. So it's not a reset, but it's just changing the events of things. And that's kind of
Yeah.
how I like to think of what at least Tatsuki Fujimoto was going with here. But that's not to say that it was still good, because I still have my issues with it. I think he just kind of started going all over the place, Ben. And I think that genuinely he was getting burnt out of Chainsaw Man. I think. I mean, look at how self-contained his stories were back then. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
Fire
like,
Punch was only 6 volumes, or 8 volumes. He
do you
loves
think
doing these
that
short stories.
do you think that part two was like enough added depth to this, like it built on top of part one enough to the point where it felt needed to the story? Or like, because I know I've read through part one. Like
Yeah,
part one's really good.
it's
Like, do
amazing.
you think part two was necessary for the story if it was gonna end like this?
No. Ooh, but that's not fair. Cause I definitely don't. I think you could have ended it at part one, and I think this. I would have been happy if part one ended the exact way it did, and there was nothing else. I would say it's a perfect ending. I think it's a perfect
Yeah.
ending, but I think what part two did, I think there's a clear vision that Tatsuki Fujimoto had, and then it kind of changes back to him falling into like a formula that it seems like he doesn't really like to that he didn't really like because if you whenever you read part two, Denji doesn't show up for like the first like 30 chapters. It's
Yeah.
all about Asumitaka, and it's really trying to set her up as the new main character, and that's what a lot of people thought whenever it was first coming out. It's like, okay, she's going to be the main character of this part two, so Denji's going to be just like a side character. And so it starts off really good. Like you fall in love with Asa and the War Devil, and they like have such a good dynamic, and the
Yeah.
story is so interesting. And then we get to the introduction of Denji, and it was really good because he wasn't the main character, and he wasn't like it was still following Asa. And I still think one of the best arcs in Chainsaw Man is the aquarium arc in part two. It's
Mm.
so good, and it had a clear vision.
That was
But
a while
then,
ago.
yeah, dude. I love that. I see that gif all the time. Or not gif, but the panel of him holding up the penguin. And I
Yeah.
love that. And so it's so good. And I don't know. Back then, a lot of people were thinking that they were just kind of confused with how the direction of it was going to go. But it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. And then it just started doing too much at once. Then it started shifting back to Denji becoming the main character and just kind of focusing on him again, more so than Asa. And she ended up getting sidelined. And it just brought up the Chainsaw Man Church was a whole thing for a while, and then you introduce Nostradamus' prophecy, Fumi, which gets introduced, and then we get the introduction of like we're trying to see all the other primal and horsemen getting introduced. Then we get
Mm.
introduced to the the death devil, the famine devil, and we're like, okay, so and then we just it was going so many different places, and then yeah, and by that point we were like, Yoru hasn't even like thought of like fighting Chainsaw Man, and so there was just so much ideas and things like that, and then the stuff with Nayuta gets brought up, and then yeah, so it started going in so many different places, and I just don't know what he was trying to. I just don't know, man. And then it's hard because like the ending is, I I see what he was trying to do, but it kind of I will say that I feel like it undermines Asa a lot in what her character was, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I need to get my full thoughts, but initial reactions, it was still really sad to see it end. I did like how it is somewhat of a happy ending, but if people were expecting, I think that's never been Tatsuki Fujimoto's style, Ben. For him, he's never
Yeah.
been like that to be like, okay, yeah, Denji's gonna have like a happy ending. That's never been like, if you look at any of his past stories, when has there ever been like a happy ending? So
Yeah.
it's like that's never been him. So I don't know what people would have wanted if they would have wanted. So, but I know, I guess, but this definitely isn't it. So yeah, it's definitely mixed, but I don't know. Those are just kind of my initial rambling thoughts. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Was were were the devils that or that devil that killed Denji and Pochita, was that ever explained further?
No,
Because I remember when
it
that chapter came out, like it just happened out of nowhere, and then it's
mhm.
like, well, looks
Yeah,
like we got eaten or killed or whatever.
yeah, it cuts. Yeah, we don't see.
And
It ends with
that's
cuz
crazy.
well the context of it is it just jump cuts cuz we see at the end it ends with Yoru and Denji fighting and then they end up talking and they're like, "You know what? We'll work together and like we'll figure this out." And
Yeah.
so that was a really beautiful scene, but then like right as they're in the middle of their fight, the whole world's basically coming to an end. And
Okay.
and the and the Death Devil, she's unleashed like a bunch of other devils to go and kill them. And
Yeah.
it just ends with them being like, okay, you know what, we'll team up and like we'll figure this out and we'll like work together. And then as soon as they like agree to like work together, a bunch of devils show up to fight them. And then that's where it ends. And then the next chapter is him like getting beaten and killed. Like or not beaten and killed, but the jump cut to them implying that they lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that's
That's
how that's
crazy.
executed. Yeah. So
I feel like it would have been a little bit better if there was an actual fight there,
mhm,
like a legit fight, and then and then he loses. Like you're kind of it builds up to make it think like he's winning, but then he actually loses,
mhm,
and then they make that decision, or Pochita makes that decision.
sure.
I
But
feel like that would sit a little easier.
yeah. But I think the reason he didn't do that is because it literally comes right at the end of the big conflict between Asa and Denji.
Mm,
Like the War Devil and Chainsaw Man. And then yeah, I guess that just the whole world was kind of cooked anyways. So it's just yeah, it jumps to that. But yeah, no, I agree. It is very messy and a little all over the place. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go through a reread. Um, but I
yeah,
still
but
think part two is pretty good. But definitely part not nearly as good as part one. So yeah,
one thing we did get out of the ending as a community is a plethora of memes that have been
yes.
circulating for every type of media.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Boruto one, Resident Evil, Jujutsu Kaisen. Thank you, Jujutsu Kaisen.
It is really funny. It's a funny panel, but it's cute. In context, it's cute, but
Yeah,
it's just very yeah. It's pretty funny.
I like this one. Thank you, One Punch Man. One Punch Man. Because you killed a guy in one punch, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like
Like
the
there's so many and people are getting so creative with these.
they are. It's funny.
And they're drawing themselves. There's a Boruto one. I think I sent that to you.
Yes, I like the Stone Ocean one. Thank you, Judge Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean Part 6. Yeah, so yeah, man, it's over. I'm really excited though. Like this shouldn't take away from anything of what people think of Chasuke Fujimoto because he is
Yeah.
truly such a great author. I mean, go read any of his other stories. Like we've said, they're also really good. So who knows? I think give it time, and we might be looking at it a little differently. It's just people like to react a lot of way. I mean, look at what people thought of Attack on Titan when it ended, which I don't even
Well, the author had to
see.
go back and add
That's
a
true.
handful of pages to make it a little
Fair enough.
easier.
But I'm like, I still don't even like. I thought Attack on Titan had a really good ending, but I
I mean,
guess
I
that's
liked it
before.
too. I guess it just needed, you're right, it just needed a little bit of time to settle in.
Yeah, but we'll see. So we'll see what happens. I haven't read JJK, so I don't know how that's gonna age. But I haven't been tainted, so I don't know. I have no opinion on it. I just know that people weren't big fans of it. But from what I've seen this last in this last volume, I'm starting to see maybe why. So yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But yes, I mean Ben, when was the last time like a recent manga had a good ending that people were all like? I guess My Hero maybe.
Yeah, people liked My Hero, I think.
Demon Slayer, did that have a pretty good like ending from
Yeah,
what people thought?
one's
Really?
that's really mixed.
Whoa.
I mean, I think it had. How did it end? I think the main problem people had with it is that it was rushed.
Mhm.
and I think Ufotable will fix that because
Yeah.
they change a lot, or they add stuff when needed.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be fine. The ending itself, I think is fine.
Mhm.
Uh,
Most of the I think Part 8 of JoJo's had to kind of make mixed reviews from people. Just
what else?
Part 8 was mixed. Yeah, I'm trying
There's
to think.
there has to be so many other shows.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, Tokyo Revengers has like the worst ending ever.
Oh,
Actually,
great.
that
Great.
is a consensus by the community.
Yeah. That's so fair. Are you looking up the recent
Yeah,
which manga have ended? Um yeah, I can't think of anything crazy that's ended. That's like crazy big. Cuz like the big 3 technically aren't over. Like, I guess Naruto ended, but oh, that's another piece of news I didn't get to talk about. I started watching
Hmm.
season 2 of One Piece.
Oh, I forgot that came out.
Yes, it's still pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely missed that show. It was a lot of fun. And then every time I watch it, I'm like, man, like I want to. Maybe I'd be interested in watching the anime, and then I'm just like, no, what am I talking
Oh,
about? So
um, Dress Up Darling ended last year.
that's right.
Uh,
Oh, I heard
that had a pretty good
that
ending.
had a very good ending. Yes.
Um,
Did we? Oh, we also didn't mention Ben. Rent a Girlfriend got a trailer for its new season. How silly of us to
we don't
forget
need that.
that.
Kaiju ended.
Yes. Question. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think.
I haven't heard anything about that ending. I think that's it. Everything else is still like ongoing. What other shows?
Yeah, these designs are tough. W. Man, the Rockets won 2 wins in a row. Oh, look at us. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else has been ending. Um,
Don't toy with me, Nagatoro.
dude, where is season 3? Where is season
I don't
3?
need
I'm
that.
waiting.
Don't need that.
Yes, we do. It was so good. Ben, you need to watch More Than a Married Couple. Please. You watch it on the flight. Download some episodes. Watch. I mean, you can't.
He's sleeping. Flight's
Oh
at
my,
6 in the morning.
bro, you're the
It's
worst.
not anime time.
How long is the flight?
Hour and a half.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Oh, I'm excited to see you, man. We're gonna have fun. Okay. All right, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, we can move on then with
What were we talking about?
you were
Was that
asked.
Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, and like what
Chainsaw Man segment.
animes have
Okay.
ended. Um,
Um, what else? We talked about Freyren. Talked about JJK.
mhm.
Oh, I guess not yet. Not the episodes.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any news,
Perfect.
any other news.
Then
So
we can get right into the episodes because we got a lot to talk about. A lot.
we
And
do.
Ben, please tell me, did you watch Hell's Paradise?
I did.
Yes! Let's
You
go!
kind of hyped up the episode. I don't know what was so good about it.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah,
I
that
think
felt like a kind of mediocre episode.
actually,
What happened? It was like setting up for the next episode.
yeah, no, that's what got me so. I think that's a perfect episode for
Oh,
like a
okay.
season
Yeah,
finale.
no.
It was so it was awesome because like of how hyped I was for how hyped I'm gonna be for like next season.
Is that the last episode?
Yeah, that's the last episode of the
Okay.
season.
I guess I get it now. That's
Yeah.
annoying.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, Hell's Paradise is done. Season 2 just wrapped up. I really enjoyed this last episode just because of how it's set up. It's how it's going to set up these next couple fights with the new Simon, the black robed Simon pulling up. And I think
Okay.
the episode ended so awesome with the
It
new
did.
Gabimaru getting introduced. And then
I thought that was a cool thing.
we get to see each of the group of criminals in a Simon we've been following throughout season 2 getting paired up and getting to fight another Asaemon that's been sent there
Yeah.
to execute everybody on the island. And I was very curious to see how eventually this conflict was going to come up, in the sense of like, if they do make it back to the mainland, everybody's still going to think that these guys are criminals and should be killed, which maybe they should still be killed. There's an argument for that, but
Yeah.
now that they've grown and they've been through so much together, it's like, they're not going to want to kill them, I don't think, which appears to be true. And it's awesome how they're doing it, because now these Asaemon are going to get turned on as well. And it was so cool, Ben. I don't know, like all these Asaemon reading the like crimes that
Yeah.
the enemies had committed, and then they're, oh my gosh, so we're gonna,
Yeah,
and
it
then
does kind of like watching the show, you forget that the original plot was
exactly.
like they came there to like they sent them there because like no one really ever comes back and they
Hmm.
wanted them to die because they're criminals. But it's evolved so much to the point where like
Yes.
everyone's so intertwined where they don't really care about that
Hmm. Hmm.
that status anymore.
Oh
But
yeah.
now it's like reintroduced with a new group and they're like, okay, we're just gonna kill everyone now.
Hmm. And then how it ends with the Tenzin, like their giant, that giant flower human
Yeah.
Titan looking thing spawning out of the ground. So that was really cool. And then we get the fight that's getting set up with Reen and the new Gabimaru, which is gonna be
Mhm.
epic. So I mean, it got me hyped, man, for like next season.
I didn't. Yeah, no, I kind of get what you're saying now because I thought that like there was gonna be an episode next week,
Mm-mm.
and now that I'm thinking about it, like there's way too much going on to tie that up in one episode.
Yeah.
Dang, that's annoying. Actually, that's actually really annoying.
But yeah, I'm glad, especially for you, Ben, that you got bought back into the show, because I know,
Yeah,
yeah, season one you were iffy on, but I hope now that it's been, I'm locked in, bro. I'm so
yeah, no,
hyped for
I'm.
this.
It's
So
like the third most popular show on Crunchyroll. I didn't realize how big
wow,
it is.
yeah, man, made by one of Tatsuki Fujimoto's old assistants. So crazy, crazy good show. And it's also, I'm assuming, I think we've talked about it before, but Hell's Paradise is a pretty short manga, so it's probably gonna wrap up next season, right?
Yeah, probably
So I don't know how many volumes there are. I think it's like around 10. So um how many volumes of Hell's Paradise are there? 13. Okay. So a bit more. But yeah, that
13.
sounds like right around enough for this next arc, and then for it to wrap up. So I'm very excited. Very excited to see how this ends. So it'll be good. It's gonna be good. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. So yeah, it was a great episode just to set up. Obviously, it concludes the rest of the Tenzin fight. And it was cool, honestly, seeing that they defeated all the Tenzin. I wasn't really expecting that.
Yeah,
That they all
that's
lived. So
crazy.
yeah, I feel like I'm excited to see who doesn't make it out. I'm also
I
gonna be really
wish
sad.
I wish more of the like the main group had died.
Oh. Yeah,
Like
I will say
if
Yuka,
in
whatever her
this
name
story it
is.
feels like there were a lot of people dying at first.
Mhm.
Like they'd introduce them, but then they die shortly after.
Yeah.
But after going against these like gods essentially, you'd think that
Hmm.
at least a couple would die, but I guess not.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling next season. I have some bets for next season. I think one of those brothers is gonna die. I think one of the brothers is gonna
Probably.
die. I wouldn't be surprised if, honestly, I don't know. Because I would see Gabimaru dying, but the only reason I don't think he will die is because we need to see what happens with his wife.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be safe. But the rest of the characters, I don't know. I think it's I think the blind guy's probably gonna die, saving the girl. He's probably
Yeah.
gonna die. Um, and then maybe I don't know, the blonde haired Simon. So we'll see. But it was really cool. I really like these new Black Simon characters. They're
Yeah.
pretty sick looking. So I'm excited. And then the new Gabby Maru as well looks pretty cool. So great episode to cap it off at, to get build some hype and leave on a cliffhanger for next season when we're gonna get some great fights. Hopefully Mappa continues killing it with the animation, and yeah, it'll be great. So that's that. Um, but moving on to our next episode, Ben, what would you like to talk about?
How about Freyren?
Let's talk about Farron.
Frieren, Frieren.
Fern,
I still don't know how to say it.
I don't either. But it was a really good episode. It was sad that it's just ending as well. That it's
There's
done.
only 10 episodes in the season.
Yeah, man, what happened? We had two cores. So now we
That's
have to wait
crazy.
till now we have to wait till October of next year, 2027. That's gonna Batman Part 2 is gonna be coming out at the same time, bro. Which
Yeah.
is ridiculous. But yeah, so Frieren ended. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of also a bit more of a setup episodes for next season whenever they're moving on
Yeah,
to the next arc.
unfortunately.
I honestly, I know I like to glaze for him, but this is probably one of the weaker episodes to be honest. But I will say
Yeah.
the animation still was so stunning. The scene at the very end with the rock minerals was beautiful, and I really liked how it was all about preservation. They're like, yeah, we're gonna preserve it just because it's
Yeah.
sentimental. Which I was like, that was a good little switcheroo. Wasn't expecting that. So that was sweet and beautiful. So I really liked it. It was great seeing Fern and Stark, all of them amazing. So it was good. Not really much to say honestly about this episode. It was cool seeing the bridge getting built. That was fun. Again, how it always connects back. We saw Himmel and the old gang and this gang as well. And then I love Fern. She's so adorable.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be tough, Ben, for best girl, best boy this year. I don't know. We're gonna have some serious contenders. So
We will.
yeah,
But we
but
do get an exciting scene at the end
oh
showcasing the
yes.
last was the last living demon or something of the
Mm-hmm.
seven.
Yep.
I forget what the group's called.
Yeah, the
But
seven swords, sages, something like that, maybe. I don't
that sounds right. We'll go with that.
know. So yeah, it was pretty cool. He looks pretty crazy, man. Crazy intimidating. So
Or she.
yeah, or she. Sorry. Yeah. So that's gonna be very exciting. And then we also got another clip as well. I was a little confused with what it was implying, but we see one of the other uh first class mages from the last arc. Is he? I don't think he's a dwarf. I don't think he's a dwarf. Or is he a dwarf? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's maybe a short old man. And so he ends up meeting this other higher ranking mage who's in what was it, mental magic or something like that.
Mental magic.
Mental magic. And she touches him and she what gets his memories or like learns about something that's coming.
I
I
think
was
it's
a little confused what it was implying. I also just watched it like 5 minutes
she.
ago.
No. I think what happened is she found some new information and she transferred it to him, I think. But
Mm,
there was also like a look of like she looked surprised whenever she touched his hand. So I don't know.
mm-hmm.
But my understanding is that she was giving him information.
Mm. Gotcha. That makes sense. Maybe it was like a double way transaction that she got some of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I see. I see. That makes sense. Um, but yeah, so I'm assuming he's gonna come back and play a part next season. So that'll be
That'll
cool.
probably be where the season kicks off.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because there's no way he kills that demon.
No, definitely not. Not alone.
Like Fern's gonna do that.
Yeah, it's got to be Fern or Goat. So yeah, man. I wonder how many are we close to the end? Is Fern over or no?
Brayron is on an indefinite hiatus.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about this.
Yeah,
Um, how many
so we might have to
volumes?
make our own ending.
Dude, don't say that. Let's see. There are 15 volumes of Frieren that are out. So honestly, yeah, we might be around the same. We might be wrapping up too, I guess, soon.
Let's see when the last chapter was released.
Gosh, that's crazy. Indefinite hiatus, man. That's horrible. Like, I don't. How are you watching any show that's like on an indefinite hiatus?
The last chapter
Oh
was in
no.
October of 2025.
Okay, so like what? A little almost over a year ago.
Let me see if
I say almost, bro. We're only in March. Yes.
April,
Yeah.
pretty much April. There's 147 chapters.
Wow.
Can I? When did chapter?
I would just hate that, man. I feel so bad for any anime fans that are or manga fans that are in watching shows that are on indefinite hiatuses. Like what Berserk technically still is. Um Hunter x Hunter. It's a lot, man. That's just brutal. Slam Dunk technically is too, but
It looks like the chapters were coming pretty like bi-weekly.
mhm. And then just stopped.
Wait, I hate AI. I hate the AI overview. Like sometimes it helps, but this is like
Yeah,
blatantly wrong. Okay, but yeah.
no, it's okay. But yeah, regardless, hopefully we get a conclusion to the story because yeah, man, definitely hiatus suck. That's just the worst. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know why it's on indefinite hiatus. Probably because of the author's health.
The
Hopefully,
author is
hopefully not.
sick.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That sucks.
Yeah.
So best of health wise to the author. Hope they get better so we can get some more Fearon and just for their health, obviously. So yeah, but that was Fearon. I'm very excited. Thank you, Fearon, for being such a good show and story. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, we can move on to I'm not calling it better. I'm still not caught up with Vigilantes.
Fine. I think was this the last episode of the season?
I
I
hope.
think it was.
I'm sorry. I'm the worst.
It's okay.
How was
This
it?
is pretty good.
That was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. The like ever since the the prequel stuff, it was just
Yeah.
like it just threw me off my game. Like I haven't been locked
It
in.
is
I
a little
watched the
weird.
first like 2 or 3 episodes after that. Um, yeah, I need to lock back in. I need to lock back in.
Yeah, I don't think anything really happened this season, unfortunately, other than like Koichi figuring out stuff about his quirk.
In the first like 2 episodes.
Yeah, that was probably the most important takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Awesome.
unfortunately.
Great.
And then I guess the stuff with Knuckle Duster and how
Mm-hmm.
he was
China.
the older hero.
Yeah. Oh yes, that was pretty cool. I forgot about that. Yeah. So hopefully next week we can have a full review of Vigilantes. I apologize again. Like I said, I'm busy. But it's a lot, man. It's all I keep up with, bro. There's so many shows.
It is a lot.
But yeah. I know you're still watching Trigun. Is that coming to an end soon? Or have you not watched it in a while?
Can watch it.
Okay, no, fair enough. Fair enough. It's a lot of shows. It's a lot.
I think I'm sure it's over.
Yeah. But okay, well we can move on then to our last 2 shows. Let's talk about JJK, the 28-minute episode, the Sendai Colony.
Yeah, I guess the 40-minute thing was just a rumor
Yeah, that's
that everyone was spreading around.
which it honestly didn't. It felt like a long episode. It didn't even feel like it needed more or
Yeah.
less. So it was a great episode. Oh my gosh, my favorite fight in JJK getting animated. It was so awesome. It was done
It was
so well. Yuta literally just aura farms. I don't care if he's a fraud. He's
still a fraud.
he is awesome. Like my favorite panel in JJK to go is the triple domain expansion. The 3-way domain expansion is so awesome. And then the scene with when Yuta's putting the ring back on, he's like, Rika, come to me, is so tough. It is so tough. Like there's so much aura in this show. It's insane. Especially with Yuta. He's my favorite character, if you couldn't tell. And what, Ben?
Nothing, sorry. I think I think my favorite panel my favorite moment is whenever he used cursed speech.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the coolest abilities in JJK.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing him copy that in the manga was so cool. And it
Mm-hmm.
was done great in the anime too. I still don't know how he got that.
Apparently, Rika, whenever the dude was dying who used it, Rika bit off his arms. Actually just saw a panel of that today, or like if it getting
That's not
explained.
true.
Yeah, is it not, or is that fake? Am I
Because he
lying?
used it in the JJK Zero movie.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. Well, never mind then.
In the
What? I swear I just saw a panel today that was like it was the dude.
like he did lose his arm, but that was
Oh.
like from Shibuya.
Oh, well.
It's actually never explained what happened to his arm, but everyone just assumed it's from Shibuya.
I thought Rika bit. What's the character's name? Did Rika not? How did? Let's see. How did
Inumaki.
Inumaki? How did Yuta get cursed. Oh, here it is. Cursed
Rika
speech.
ate his arm. I saw
Yeah.
that too. And I'm like, that's not true.
Oh, it's just copying his innate technique using his own ability, mimicry.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, look, it says, well, his refined technique requires the spirit Rika to consume a part of the target. Oh, yeah, he initially used speech megaphone in JJK0. What? That doesn't make any sense. If he needs it, it literally just says, yeah, he needs the ability to. Okay, well,
Maybe it was different because like in JJK0 he had full like he always had access to Rika,
hmm
but now like he has to use the ring or whatever.
yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's changed. I don't know.
I don't know, but still really cool. That is an
Yeah.
insane panel. I love the art of like it gives like such like gothic. I don't think that's the right words for
What?
it, but it gives off like a gothic feel. Like everything seems so like edgy and dark, and I really like the vibe of it of the manga.
Yeah.
Um, which I like how it's unique to the manga, and the anime
Okay.
captures
Yeah.
like a very different side of it. But still really good. But yeah, so it was a good episode. Obviously, the fights. I loved the two curse users that we meet. I forget their names, but like the girl is so
Ryu
cool.
and Uro.
Yeah, she's really cool. I don't really understand what. I guess she what manipulates space. That's so cool. I love that like
She manipulates the
transparent.
sky.
That whole like that must be so hard to animate, but like
I was
I,
thinking about that.
like the
I'm like,
whole yeah,
I
just
don't
not
get
fun.
that at all.
But really cool. And then you got basically he was fighting a character from Chowder and then Josuke from JoJo's. So it was a cool fight. And then we got to see Yuta make out with a cockroach. We didn't even get to talk about that, but that also
Was that in the
happened.
manga?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought that was just the cherry on top for the
Yeah.
episode.
No, yeah, it was very much in the manga. Although I don't remember it being as
Animated.
sure, yeah, anime. Yeah, that's a good word for it. So yeah, it was just a cool episode, man. Yuta gets his moment to shine because I mean, yeah, he hasn't done much since. I guess besides now that we know, kill Genjaku. So there's so many characters, bro. They're so hard for them. Like this is literally like
So
the
many,
last time we're seeing
especially
a lot of their fights. Like
especially at
this
the end of the
far.
story. There's so many.
Oh man, I'm so excited for the. I need to read the next volume. Literally, it's right there. So
You should.
yeah, no. So
What else? I didn't know that Josuke was. I'm just gonna call him Josuke. I didn't know that Josuke was a reincarnated sorcerer. I thought he was just.
is the girl also is right? They're both
Yeah,
reincarnated
they're
ones.
both.
Yeah.
But there was something where it's like longing for 400 years or something, and it was like talking about Josuke. I was like, I know that kind of fashion was around 400 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just
I
the
guess
clothes
so.
that he's wearing throws me off, I
That is
guess.
true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why.
And he has a comb. Like what? He's like a greaser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What
He's
else?
very punk. Yeah, it was cool. Just again seeing the whole colony. That I like that colony seems terrifying, but it was good. We don't really get much setup for next episode. I don't think we get to see a little bit of. I think.
We get a few things. We see, I guess we kind of just see where everyone's at, what everyone's doing. Like we see Angel carrying Megumi. We see
Yes.
Maki in another colony.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's right. I forgot about that.
we see Kashimo still killing people. And then Hikari's with someone else. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think in the first like 2 or 3 episodes of next season, we'll see the Hikari and Kashimo fight,
Yeah. Yeah. That'll
which
be good.
is like the second biggest fight of the Killing
Mm-hmm.
Games.
There's also. Ben, hang on. I'm gonna pull up my.
Go for it.
I have a. I need to check something real fast. I wanna.
Oh.
There's a character that I have that I haven't. I just forgot what he looks like, or not what he looks like, who he is. He's just kind of like seems like a big deal, and I just genuinely don't remember him. Where is he?
Who?
Let me pull it up. It's like he's like in the main like the headquarters where all the good guys are, and like he's talking, and I'm like I feel like I'm supposed to know
The
who
guy with
this
the
is.
sword?
Yeah. this guy? Spoilers for JJK. I mean, we've been spoiling the whole thing at this point, but yeah, like these scenes are so funny. Like this is what I wanted to show you, but like why is he dressed like that, dude? Wearing
That was so funny. Everyone's like,
American.
"What is happening?"
Yeah, that was such a random, so random. What an interesting way to go with it. I guess though, if you're going for like, I don't know, like weren't expecting that. This guy.
Yeah, he's pretty important.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not like super important, but he's not. He's been throughout the whole story.
oh, my fault. Have we seen him already?
Yes, I've seen him so many
Dude, he
times.
just looks so generic. I'm sorry.
There's a big meme. I don't want to say much, but there's a big meme that came out of this guy.
I really like that panel.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
I'm sorry.
We've lost
What
the
were you saying
plot.
though? What was the meme?
I don't want to say it because
Oh,
it's
it
kind
hasn't
of a
happened yet?
spoiler for
Okay.
later.
But yeah, no. I'm just wow. This is I cannot imagine watching this real time.
There was
Or
another
reading
thing.
this.
There was another thing that was really funny. I think it was in volume 27 where Kenjaku was. They were like, someone was live streaming the Gojo Sukuna fight, and then Kenjaku was watching it on his phone.
Yes.
Everyone's like, "Are you serious?"
Live streaming that, bro. That's the panel. This is it, guys. Sorry. Crazy.
Such a weird. It's a weird thing.
No, very much so. But yeah, that was JJK. It was a great episode. But yeah, I'm very excited. We don't know
Oh, another
when.
thing,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
not relating. I guess this is kind of relating to the episode, but I was scrolling Instagram and I came across the guy who actually animated the the three-way domain sequence in the show, and he kind of showed like the work that went into it. And there was a business email in his bio, so I made the liberty of emailing him, seeing if he wanted to come on the podcast.
What? That's awesome. Oh, you
So
should.
he's in France, but he speaks English, so we'll see if he responds.
That'd be so sick. Oh, that'd be so cool. Maybe you could. Oh, that'd be so sick.
That would be
Maybe you
sick.
can send us some keyframes, dude, and I'll frame that.
That would be so cool.
That'd be so cool. But yeah. Oh, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we need to have another guest. We haven't had a guest on in a minute. So
We do.
yeah, well, I know. Once the Sekiro anime comes out, we'll be having our expert Souls game.
Our expert,
Our expert
our in-house.
Souls expert.
Let me call my Souls guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's just right around the corner.
Thank you, Elden Ring, because you're Elden and you're wearing a ring. But
Oh,
oh yeah.
oh yeah.
But anyways, moving on to Soul Eater. I mean Fire Force. But ching, guys, the end of Fire. Oh no, I guess not the end. There's another episode, right?
There's one more episode.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna rewatch Soul Eater, bro. I want to rewatch Soul Eater so bad.
I after that episode, I went back and watched all the openings again.
So, bro, Paper Moon is genuinely one of the best
Peak.
anime openings of all time, bro. I
It is.
love that. Even the first one's still really good too. God, it just gives off like early 2000s vibes. It's so good.
Yeah.
I want to collect the manga so bad of Soul Eater, the hardcover ones. Um, but yeah, no. So, anyways, we get the epic conclusion to what's been going on. We finally figure out what the heck is going on and how it all connects. Shinra is God, basically, and merges with
Yeah.
his mom, who returns. It was so sad. That was such a beautiful scene with his mom, and then his brother Sho returning. And yeah, man, it was awesome. It was
It was
great.
awesome.
We got to see them. It was very epic. And then we see that Arthur is still alive somehow, fully. He's now like he had his whole body now, and so he's back. A little confused with how that worked, but maybe we'll figure out. And
So someone explained it to me, or someone had the exact same question online, and someone else explained it as the Earth is fusing with Adola. It's like super close
sure.
to Adola or something.
Hmm.
I actually, this me saying this out loud, it actually makes no sense.
Hmm.
But they said since he's getting close to Adola, like I actually don't know. Never mind. It makes no sense when I'm saying it.
Okay. Great.
Like I thought I had an understanding, but I realized if I tried to explain it more, I just can't.
It's a it's a lookup it's a lookup kind of thing. Um so yeah. Um yes. But no, yeah. So yes.
Wait. Uh okay. Arthur Boyle is portrayed
Oh
as a knight who believes in his ideals and
oh
powers, which are often shaped what?
no, sorry, I was just
Oh,
moving tabs.
which are often shaped by his imagination. After his intense battle against Dragon, Arthur appears to be dead, but is ultimately revived by Shinra, suggesting that he is alive in. That doesn't make sense either, because that's like
Huh.
I don't know. The whole thing is like the whole like
It
thing of
works.
imagination and those two realities coming to one,
Mm-hmm.
and so like Arthur, he willed himself alive. We'll just say that.
Mm-hmm. Epic. It's a little
I still
confusing.
don't get it.
But I
Yeah, I don't get
also
it. Sorry.
noticed if this might be a setup for Soul Eater in the sense that I don't know if you noticed, but his sword talked.
Did his
His
sword gained a
his
soul?
sword gained a soul. So I'm so excited for next episode, man, to see what happens and how the world changed because this is so cool. This is so
Yeah,
cool. Um, and
we
I'm
get the first ever soul resonance. That is so awesome.
that was so sick, dude. I did Fire Force end recently? Were you around in the community whenever that happened?
Yeah, it ended probably early, like late 2024, early 2025.
Oh wow. So
Probably earlier than that actually,
what
because I know Fire
was
Force hasn't been around for a while.
mhm. But no, yeah, what was that like? Do you remember whenever that
It
reveal happened?
was that was like pretty crazy,
Mhm.
especially the soul resonance part, because people had their like theories
Uh-huh.
that Soul Eater and Fire Force were connected in a way,
Sure.
and no one really knew how to connect them beside the moon
Mhm.
and like seeing Excalibur. Um, or like that plushie of that guy, that toy. It was Excalibur or something.
Mhm.
Um, and then we see that like they use soul resonance, and then like in this episode we see like the building architecture is the same in as it is in Soul Eater, and so there's a few more things that are coming that will be explained,
I'm very
but
excited. Very, very excited.
yeah. But after seeing like the soul resonance, everyone's like, okay, these two are definitely connected.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to see how I hope we get to see some characters, man. There has to be. There has to be some characters. Is Shinra Death? Is Shinra gonna become Death? Oh my gosh. I need something like that big. Like something like that needs to happen. So I yeah, yeah, no, I don't
next
know.
episode's gonna be that's it's the end of a
I would
series.
say we should stream our reactions, but I know we're both gonna be out of town. So
Yeah.
that sucks. But yeah. Oh man, I'm very excited. So stay tuned for next week's episode. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah. Besides that, it was really cool getting to see Shinra in his what was it called? Bonro, something like that.
Bancho, man.
Bonsho man. Which I don't know what Bonsho
I
man
sent you,
means.
I don't know if you watched it, but I sent you a TikTok, and in season one,
I didn't see it.
Shinra was talking about how he was talking about like him and his brother as one,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, yeah, when we're together, we're Shinra Bansho, and
Uh,
there's something about how like explaining they're connected through everything and everything. He's like, yeah, we're Shinra Bancho, but then through everything, we're Shinra Bancho Man. And so that was a cool
Aw,
little
that's so
foreshadowing.
cool. Yeah, it was really awesome. I really liked the ending. I thought that was such a cool. I really love that like trend that I see of like it's not a trend, but it's just like I've been seeing it on Twitter a lot where it's like angels with devil faces, and it's like usually a photo of like vigilante Deku. And now I see like I've seen like the Bancho Man, Shinra,
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, like that, and then it's like angels with devils with angel faces, and then it's like Makima and Griffith from Berserk.
Griffith.
Yeah,
Griffith is like worse than a devil.
yeah. I need to read Berserk, dude. It's crazy. We should do a book club, man. Read Berserk.
A manga club.
Yeah, a manga club. So yeah, but it was great. It was so cool, and we obviously get to see everybody come back into this new world with features. Some of them like having new features and things like that, which was cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just excited to see next episode, man. To see the conclusion of Fire Force and to see how it all wraps up in a little bow. But yeah, so it's good, man. It's good. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss Fire Force. It's definitely
Really?
saved itself. Yeah, I used to not be a big
That's
fan
a
of it, but it's definitely
W
come
character
around. Yeah,
development.
no kidding, dude. This is a full circle moment for me. So yeah, it was good. So it's been Ben. It's gonna be very hard to top a season like this, man. We had some really
It
good shows.
is. It is.
I don't know
So now
what's the next show
for
that we have coming out besides like Steel Ball Run.
Bleach.
Oh man, we're so cooked.
It's
Bro.
in
What are
July.
we gonna talk about, dude? We're so done.
We'll find something.
We should find a random show and just make that like our lives. Or yeah, we could use it as an opportunity to catch up with older shows because I definitely wanna rewatch or
True.
rewatch and watch some old stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. What do you think, Ben?
Think so.
Ah, let's
It's
do it.
dude,
What?
the train. Do you hear that on my mic? There's a train.
Oh, when you talk, I hear it a little bit.
It's very annoying.
No, it's okay.
I
Man,
hate it.
trains, dude. Yeah.
I love trains though.
I know. Yeah,
Big train guy.
big train guy. There you go. Do you like subways? Like any form of like train tracks?
No,
No,
don't like subways.
just
Those aren't real
trains.
trains.
Yeah. Fair. Fair.
I don't know. Like
But
bullet trains are cool.
bullet trains are pretty cool. Yeah. What about trolleys?
No, I hate trolleys.
Metro lines?
Hate metro lines.
Okay. So just trains. Just trains basically. Fair. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of the Otaku Brothers podcast. Was there something else you had? Or so you...
No, okay. I guess no. Okay, so you know how in the JJK episode,
Yeah.
like Yuta is kissing the cockroach?
Yeah.
In the opening, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah. It's
In the opening, right? The Yuta and the cockroach, they depict them in this very famous painting called The Kiss.
Ah.
And they're kissing in that painting, and oh my gosh,
It's
just give it
cinema.
anime of the year.
Anime of the year. Yep. There it is. It's gonna be hard, Ben. I don't know what's gonna be anime of the year.
Gosh, that opening is so cool. There's so many like
If
famous art references.
you should watch a YouTuber I like, Mother's Basement. I don't know if you've watched any of his videos before.
No.
Okay. But he has a segment where he does, or not a segment, but he has a series where he reacts and breaks down anime openings. And he just released one like last week for this anime. So,
Yeah, I mean, I saw whenever it first came out,
Mhm.
like people showed what they were inspired by, but I actually haven't watched a full breakdown.
You should. It's pretty cool. He has
Breakdown,
one for
breakdown.
yeah. He did one for that one as well. He does a lot of the JoJo ones. He's done some of the Dandadan
very-
ones. All the big openings he's done. So it's very cool. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of the Otaku Brothers podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. We love you guys so much. It means a lot. Thank you all for all the love on the shorts and everything like that. Thank you all for being here through thick and thin. Y'all are our chums, so we appreciate
Chums.
it. Chums. Yeah, our
Is
chuds.
that our
These are our chuds.
chuds?
Chuds.
I don't know if our viewers want to be called chuds.
They don't get a choice. So,
Okay.
all right. Well, thank you guys again. You guys have a great rest
Thank you,
of your
chuds.
weekend. Yeah, thanks, chuds.
Sounds offensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what did you? Yeah. No, we're not doing that. We're not calling them anything. But yeah. But anyways, you guys have a good one. Peace out. Have a good one. Stay safe. Watch for traffic. Don't ride trains. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Arrivederci.
Peace. Bye bye.